WSTG TV.
Hey folks, this is Mark Spencer. I'm the director of the West Side Theater Guild, the director of Performing Arts for the Gary Community School Corporation. I want to say that it's an honor to be with you today. Thank you for allowing us into your homes, and thank you for 25 years. We want to share a few stories with you in this upcoming special. Our instructors, some of our students even, sharing their experiences with us over the years and how they're dealing with the COVID-19 crisis. I'm also going to show you some nuggets from our past as well. So throughout the program, you're going to see a variety of pieces from well over 15, 20 years ago. So gather your friends, please, pull everyone in. We'd like to ask you to sit back, relax, and take this journey with us. Thank you so much. Happy holidays, and let the show begin. Welcome back, everyone, to the new home of WSTG TV. Our guest today is Mr. Keith Nelson. He is the music director for Westside High School and the director of music for the Westside Theater Guild. Keith, welcome, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you having me.
It is a pleasure having you here. I mean, we've been talking about this WSTG studio for over, 15 years?
Yeah.
And it's kind of surreal, like we're actually here now, man. And I'm really, really excited. But just getting into it, what have you been doing with your students in light of this COVID-19 pandemic? How are you dealing with instructing with the distant learning and all? How's that going?
Well, virtually, of course, we can't do, choir and things, singing of that nature because everybody's internet is not, the same.
Right.
So what we have been doing is just basically getting down to the very basics of music theory. Working on that. I'm teaching them how to songwrite, teaching them how to get them prepared to work in studios and things of that nature. So
marketable skills?
Marketable skills, something they can get paid to do, when they leave here.
Absolutely. Now, listen, Keith, again, it's been at least, 15 plus years, right?
Yes,
We've been working together, probably over, maybe 20 years at this point. I know you are not one to just sit on your hands and wait for the next thing to come along. So outside of Westside Theater Guild, what are you doing creatively? What's happening in your world as an artist?
My group, I have a new group called Press, been together about 3 years.
Press.
And so we are working on an old project that my former group left, Life Changing Experience. So we're working on that project to finish it. And then I have a new project coming. I've got new material coming out. So we're working in studio right now. And hopefully releasing something about January 21.
Press forward. Is it an acronym? What did you
no acronym. We just press toward the mark. It's it's just a new thing God wanted me to do. So we just
Well, I'm happy for you. That's great. And continue the conversation of live performance and what you do outside of. I want the viewing audience to take a moment. I want you to take a peek at a piece with Mr. Keith Nelson some years ago on stage with Westside Theater Guild, one of our lyrics performances. He didn't know this was coming, but we're going to cue it up for you now, and we'll be back in a moment. Take a look. Keith.
Man,
I miss our people. I miss our public. That's partially why we're doing it. And when I see this footage, that's why I had to throw it in, because it just reminds me of that I don't know, that oneness when we, get with those 2,000 people, the students, their parents, and their neighbors.
Right.
That was absolutely a phenomenal performance, man.
We try, but it's always can be better. So you look at your video, with an eye for what you can do better next time.
Now, I'm really proud of you, and all of you guys have grown in all of your fields. Many of you are on the road, international travels, working with a lot of pros in the industry. Would you mind telling our viewing audience what the Westside Theater Guild has done for you as an artist or even as a person? Okay. It certainly blessed me,
Westside has been, very intricate in my life. I came here probably about Lyrics 5.
Oh my God, wow.
And I was working with another group at the time. And then it kind of, it happens that I just was able to stay around. We loved each other as far as working together, and became pretty good friends. So we stuck around, but I got the opportunity to be on stages with Shirley Caesar, picking up Ty Tribbett, getting a chance to speak with those artists, on their way in, or just getting to delve into their minds and find out what they were doing with music. And so when I got a chance to watch some things, I took a lot of what I learned and placed it into what we do here and placed it into my own stuff.
Look, we're going into year 25 next year. 2021 is our 25th anniversary. I want you to do me a favor, because I know you're a spiritual man. If you could take us out of this segment, tell the people, if you can just encourage them as we pull together, because we're all in this together. We are, and this is the best way we can communicate and connect with our public. Just speak from the heart, and I want you to finish the segment. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank you for coming out today.
Well, thank you for having me again.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
We are in the midst of a COVID-19, a pandemic where we have to be separated, but you don't have to remain separated. I told my church the other day that we all, separation makes us kind of want to get back together, even want to get back with people that we don't necessarily care for or we don't necessarily like. But you want to be back in their presence because you remember that oneness and that time that you spent with each other. So as we're getting ready to go into hopefully a breaking back to normalcy.
Sure.
We ask that you guys take that same support, that same time that you miss, and that same love that you have now, and show that toward another brother, toward another sister. Encourage them, be with them, speak to them, say hi, get on your virtual norms and start making it a normal thing. And then when you see each other, don't be afraid to embrace each other and hug each other and love on each other. In unity, there is strength.
Hello, my name is Dr. Paige McNulty, and I'm the manager here for the Gary Community School District, and I want to wish everyone a very warm and happy holiday season. Please stay safe, and we look forward to seeing your students back on January 19th.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing and bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells chime in jingle bell time.
Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air, what a bright time. It's the right time
to rock the night away. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go gliding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet, a jingle around the clock.
Mix and a mingle in the jingling feet. That's the jingle bell. That's the jingle bell. That's the jingle bell rock.
You got me cracking up over there.
Hello, this is Mayor Jerome Prince. On behalf of the City of Gary and my entire family, we wish you and yours a happy, safe, and wonderful holiday season.
And we are back. I'm here with West Side Visual Arts instructor, Ms. Destina Page. Ms. Page, thank you for coming in.
No problem.
I'm so excited. This is like the first taping in our little workshop space known as WSTG TV. So again, welcome. I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to share with us today. And I just want to get the viewing audience up to speed on what we're doing with our kids outside of the regular classroom and work day. March 13th on, our lives changed and will never be the same. But how has your classroom changed for you since the pandemic?
Well, unfortunately, the kids aren't able to do ceramics, so they're not there creating the hands-on art, but they're still drawing, they're still painting, they're still working on their AP portfolios. So hopefully we'll be able to submit those. We weren't able to submit them last year, but at the end of this year, hopefully we'll be able to submit them to the College Board.
That is awesome. Now, we always, around here, and you know this to be true, we always say that the cup is half full, right? So no, we didn't ask for this experience, but here we are. From your vantage point, from what you've gleaned from the experience thus far, what, in your opinion, is the best thing about online learning?
I would say the best thing about online learning is that at least I get to see my kids face to face. It's not the ideal situation. They're not actually in the classroom, but at least I get to see them. We get to talk a little and chat a little,
That's
and I
awesome.
get to, you know, make that connection.
I think that's great. And today, Mrs. Page was kind enough to bring some samples of the students' artwork. The last question I have for you, I mean, it's a no-brainer, but missing the kids, but in your own words, what do you miss about the in-person experience?
Being able to help my kids one-on-one, being able to see them grow. I mean, I can see them online, but it's just not the same.
No.
I miss that interaction with them, that daily interaction.
I am looking forward to the day of all of the elements, all of the pros and cons and their quirks and their you know, all of their attitudes and attributes. And it really gave me a greater appreciation when I became isolated from them. Like, wow, they're a huge part of my life, and I know we're all looking forward to it. I want to thank you again for coming in today, and I want to also thank you for all of the many years of service and talent. If you come to Westside, you have to visit her. I'd like to call permanent installations of her artwork, her murals throughout the building at Westside. They're absolutely striking. And just thank you for who you are. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, back in a moment.
How's it going, everybody? Y'all ready to dance tonight? Come on, woo! Y'all ready to rock with me? Like this. How y'all feeling tonight? Make some noise! All right. Clap your hands like this, come on! I found the love provides the key. Unlock the heart and souls of you and me. Love will learn to sing your song, yeah. Love is written in the stone. Every man I meet is walking time. Free to wander past his conscious mind. Love will come and take you home, yeah. Love is written in the stone. It's in the song. Whoa. It's in the song. Yeah. Woo. Life experience of passing day. Time will witness what the old folks say. Getting stronger every day. Yeah, strength is written in the stone. Deep inside your heart, for you to keep. Lies a spark of life that never sleeps. Greatest love you'll ever know. Yeah, strength is written in the stone. It's in the song. It's in the song. Yeah. Never, never, my darling. Never you'll be alone. Never, forever, my darling. True love is written in the song. Never, no. True love. Ever. Never. No. You'll be alone. Ever. True love. We can make it happen, yeah. We can make it happen. We can make it happen, yeah. We can do that. We can make it happen. Yeah, we can make it happen. We can make it happen. Yeah, we can make it happen. Yeah, we can make it happen. We can make it happen. Yeah, we can make it happen. We can make it happen. Come on, put your hands together like this. Make some noise!
This is State Representative Vernon G. Smith. In behalf of the many fine citizens of the 14th House District, it is my pleasure to wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas and a blessed New Year. Remember, Jesus is the reason for the season.
Before I stay in hell one day, my soul's been anchored in the Lord. I'd sing and pray myself away. My soul's been anchored. My soul's been anchored. My soul's been anchored in the Lord, in the Lord, in the Lord. My soul's been anchored, anchored in the Lord, in the Lord, in the Lord. My soul's been anchored in the Lord, my Lord. My soul's been anchored in the Lord, my Lord. My soul's been anchored in the Lord.
Shout and pray and never stop.
My soul's been anchored in the Lord.
Until I reach the mountaintop.
My soul's been anchored in the Lord. My soul's been anchored.
My soul's been anchored in the Lord, in the Lord,
In the Lord. My soul's been anchored, anchored in the Lord, in the Lord, in the Lord. My soul's been anchored in the Lord, my Lord. My soul's been anchored in the Lord, in the Lord. My soul's been anchored in the Lord.
Do you love him?
Oh yes.
Do you love him?
Hallelujah.
Do you love him?
Oh yes.
God Almighty, are you anchored?
Oh yes.
Yes, I'm
Yes,
anchored.
my
My soul's been anchored in the Lord.
Yes. Will you serve him?
Will you serve him?
Oh yes.
Will you serve him?
Hallelujah.
Will you serve him?
Oh yes.
God Almighty, are you anchored?
Oh yes.
Yes, I'm
Yes,
anchored.
my
My soul's been anchored in the Lord.
Will you praise him?
Will you praise him?
Oh yes.
Will you praise him?
Hallelujah.
Will you praise him?
Oh yes.
God Almighty, I'm anchored.
Lord, I'm anchored.
Oh yes.
Lord, I love you.
Oh yes.
Yes, I serve you.
Oh yes.
Lord, I praise you.
Oh yes. My soul's been anchored in the Lord.
God Almighty, my been anchored.
My name is Bernard Carter. I'm the Lake County Prosecutor. I come to you during this holiday season to wish you a very merry and happy New Year as well as Christmas. We're living in very difficult times now. We all need to be strong, support one another, and be safe. Thank God.
WSTG TV.
This song tells a true story about a set of twin girls, just little girls, who lived out in Omaha, and every day after school they would love to go out and play on the playground, but something tragic took place, and one of the little girls died, and the other twin just could not stand it. So here they are at the homegoing service, and she reaches in this tiny coffin, and she grabs her little sister by the hand, and Daddy said, "No, baby, so you can't do that, you can't do that." She said, "Well, Daddy, all I want to know, does heaven have a playground? I miss her so much." Let me tell you the story. It was a sad day in Omaha. Family gathered to say their last goodbyes. To a sweet little girl, so full of life, wondering why the pretty baby had to die. Oh, sister reached up to hold her hand, wouldn't let go. After all, she was her twin. Daddy tried to explain, you can't hold on, God's waiting in heaven for his angel to come home. She said, "Daddy, before I let her go, I wanna know, does heaven have a playground?" Oh yes. Giant slides and merry-go-rounds, yes. Is there a sandbox and golden swings? Children laughing and everything. Daddy, before I let her go, I wanna know, does heaven have a playground? Daddy stood back and scratched his head, puzzled by the question that she had. Yes, he did. He took a little black Bible in his hand, began to read the words that Jesus said. You know what he said? "Oh, let the children come to me, forbid them not, for the kingdom belongs to these." Yes, it does. A crown of life and a long white robe. Heaven is a place where she won't have to cry no more. She said, "Daddy, before I let her go, I just need to know, does heaven have a playground?" Yes. Late one night, what a beautiful sight. Twin girls dancing in the glory of the light. Yes. You know what they were doing? Playing house and baby dolls. Lord, how they laughed, they ran, and they danced so wild. Oh. Mom and Daddy heard that baby scream. They went in the room. It was clear she'd had a dream. Oh, yes. You know what she said? "Sister and I were playing today. We had a lot of fun." Then she turned and ran away. You know what? But just before she ran away, I heard her say, "Heaven has a playground." Yes. Giant slides and merry-go-rounds. Yes. Sandbox and golden swings. Yes. Children dancing, laughing, and everything. Just before she went away, I heard her say, heaven has a playground, and the children there were very glad to see her. Oh, they ran toward the pearly gates to greet her. Now I lay me down to sleep, pray the Lord my soul to keep. And if I die before I wake, I pray my soul to take. 'Cause heaven has a playground. Oh yes, heaven has a playground. Yes, heaven has a playground.
Please welcome our alum, the incredible Courtney Anderson. Who or what was your inspiration that got you into the field?
Well, my inspiration that got me into the arts, period, was my mom. She actually was in the Chicago Orchestra. She played the violin, and she also was in Chicago Ballet. So she was very, like, a big inspiration to me. She helped me with a lot of things in life. So, and it just, her opening doors for me, putting me into a theater art school, that was my inspiration right there. Yeah.
Now listen, when you came to West Side High School, West Side Leadership Academy proper, and West Side Theater Guild during a very challenging transition when the hallowed halls of my alma mater closed, Emerson School for the Visual and Performing Arts, or Wirt Emerson, during your era. Thank you for so much for your leadership with the student body, with bridging the gap and extending the olive branch and everyone working together. That was priceless. The big project that we got to work on before you graduated was a film that was near to my heart with the new team members, if you will, was the film Help Wanted. Now, what was it like for you starring in that film? What was that like for you, man?
First, let me say it was amazing. I don't think I would have been able to have the opportunity, first off, without Mr. Spencer. So that was awesome right there. But being in that film, it was kind of a little difficult, but it was good at the same time, holding a heavy camera, walking up and down the aisle of it was just a lot. And then having to keep running over the same scripts and stuff over and over again to get the right angle or the right tone. So,
listen, you were a trooper and a real veteran on that set. You led a lot of the young people through their paces, through your example. So thank you so much for that.
No problem.
But what I was wondering was, if you could share with us, as a young adult now, as a young adult, a young contributor to society,
right?
How do the arts help us in our everyday lives?
Well, I can personally say for me, the arts helped me in my everyday life. Growing up in a abusive home, my father was abusive to my mother. Singing was my key to escaping what was around me. And dancing and acting was my escape. It was my escape, and I just feel like having that in the school is helping kids. You don't know what kids are going through at home, so that helps kids, to cope. It finds another way to cope, so that helps a lot.
No, you help a lot, and I'm grateful for you sharing that with us. It's just really cool to have you here at home. You are a part of this. You are a brick in the wall. You are part and parcel to this next step for us. And as a result of that, I'm going to ask if you would please do the honors of introducing, I don't know if it's your film debut. Was it your film debut?
Yeah.
So I will take the steps of saying that, of introducing your film debut to our viewing audience, and we'll come back and chat a little bit more a little later. Is that cool?
All right.
All right.
Okay, you guys, so we're taking you in to watch Help Wanted, directed by the Mark Spencer, starring Philip Van Leer and Courtney Anderson. you asked me for something from the store then?
Because, you know, a man going through a struggle. Hey, look. Every man goes through a struggle.
What struggle?
What struggle?
A struggle of being broke, okay? They spend a lot of money. They just broke, man.
I don't know how you trying to tell. I see somebody living in a
Man, the
box.
struggle is real. The struggle is real. I'm telling you. You see a lot of these people out here begging for food and money.
Yeah, these jobs.
You think they don't go through a struggle?
Minimum wage.
Man, how we just come off of prom? You broke? You not going to prom? You ain't got no money.
I ain't mad. Hey, y'all.
Watch out. That wasn't even funny.
They go play it again.
Johnny! Good job. Well, I appreciate your service, man. You know, when things aren't sized the right way, when things aren't faced the right way, accidents happen. Yeah. But you don't let that stop.
Well, if the accidents didn't happen, I wouldn't have a job now, would I?
You know, I'm only gonna be here for a week or so. But you know, by the time I leave here, man, I'm gonna make sure this store is in tip-top shape. All right.
Thank you.
Take care. All right, man. See you soon. Get back to work now.
Oh, yeah.
John, where are you? Johnny! Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
One of the things that we do, one part of our corporate culture, is that everything is neat. Everything is professional. Everything is in its place. Hello. Welcome to Stop and Go. Can I help you with anything?
I'm looking for beef jerky.
Beef jerky, right. Aisle 3, right there on the left-hand side. Hello, sir. Thank you. You're welcome. You never want to leave merchandise on the floor in the aisle. And you particularly don't want to do that with merchandise going to poison. It's going to poison the child. We want to make sure that this never happens. Good morning, sir. Welcome to Stop and Go. Can I help you find anything?
You got any cold drinks?
Oh, we sure have. Right down this aisle. It's on the left-hand side, about halfway down.
I can get it without the escort.
Everything you do in the store, I see. Cameras are everywhere. Yep, right about there.
You take EBT?
This is a drug-free environment.
EBT, you know, for food, link.
We are strictly cash or credit.
All right. I guess I'm gonna have to put these snacks back.
No, that's okay. I'll get my staff to take care of that. All right, thank you. Is there something else?
Can I have an application?
I don't know if we're hiring at this specific location.
The sign on the door say you're hiring.
That's because we're doing a nationwide. We're hiring nationally, you know, in our various branches, but that doesn't mean that there's an individual store that might be. Yeah, I'm sure you understand that this.
But I live up the street. Why can't I just apply for this store?
You know something? You're absolutely right. No, there's no reason. You can. Here. Here is an application. Yeah. And is there something else? No? You're good? All right. Remember, you can also apply online, and that would open you up to various locations in our network. Nina! You know, really good day. Tomorrow we're gonna do some teamwork, but we'll talk about that in the morning. Really good job.
Anytime.
All right. Glad you're enjoying your internship.
Yes.
Nina, we'll see you in the morning. Thank you for locking up.
Oh,
All
no
right.
problem.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
All righty.
Bye. Hey, whoa! There's no issue. Everything's good. Thanks.
You don't look good. You look like this new SUV of yours just broke down on the side of the road.
Oh, no. As a matter of fact, hey, I just called AAA.
You called AAA before you left the store?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I did. Right. Yeah.
Good. Because this spot right here,
right.
Actually, this whole drag can get Stephen out here to save your life. You remember me from this morning?
You know, it's been a really bad day, so no, I'm sorry. I don't remember everybody I saw today.
I remember you, fish out of water.
Right. Okay. Look, sir, I'm sorry, but I'm good, okay?
The name's Gina, as in Regina, not sir, just Gina. Anyway, you gonna let me take a look at this?
Sure, yeah. Why not? Have at it.
All right, try it now. Yeah.
Wow. Regina, right?
Yeah.
Hey, look, do you want to come by the store tomorrow for an interview?
No, I'm good.
No, I mean, really. I mean, the job is still open.
I know. Can't say as I like the way you treat us, but we both know that's who you are, so no, I'm good. But I do hope you get home safe.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah.
First of all, what an incredible job. What an incredible. All I can remember the last scene, it got colder and colder that night.
Nose was running.
It was so cold. But what an incredible job.
Yes.
I want to thank you for rolling through today.
I thank you so much for bringing me here.
No, it's a pleasure. Do you promise, please, if you're in the area, will you partake in another project with us, please?
What type of question is that?
No,
of course I will.
But I have it on record and it's confirmed, and we can't wait to get you in the next film. And with all of this nuttiness with media that we're dealing with and trying to, you know, get our bearings and how we to do this, I'm gonna tell you something, sis. We're gonna go to the next segment. I had the pleasure of interviewing some centenarians, I believe they're over 100 years of age.
Wow.
I have one lady who still drives a car at like 104 years of age.
What?
It was absolutely amazing. We're going to take a look at it. Congratulations to Roosevelt High School with their, I think their distinction of being a historical landmark, or they had their marking placed this year. So I was interviewing former students from Roosevelt.
Amazing.
But these few people that we interviewed happened to be well over 100 years of age, and they are totally inspiring. Let's take a look at this.
Yes, I started kindergarten at Fable, and but I went to some other schools before I got back to Fable, and I was in the 3rd grade when I got back to Fable, and in those days, most of the kids were foreign born, or their parents were foreign born, and I know. Our registered teacher one day wanted to know where the foreigners came from. That's what my mother called them, foreigners.
That's what they were.
And a lot of them were born in Europe, and some were born in New York City and in Pennsylvania. But very few were born in the United States at that time. And some of them had a very hard time pronouncing the diphthong TH. They said my mother and my father. And they had to go to Saturday school and stay after school to learn how to use that diphthong, because it's a hard D. They don't have that TH in some of those European languages. And people say Fable didn't have any black teachers. They had 2. One was named Mr. Reese, and his classroom was on the Jackson Street side, far west side. He taught special classes. And the only kids in the special classes were black boys that he had. They either were very hard to learn or had bad deportment. And near the Madison Street side on the wing, upstairs, was a black teacher named Mrs. Graham. And she had the girls who had problems learning or had problems behaving. And some of the teachers were pretty good, but not all of them. But just a handful of us little black kids going there. And when I was little, I was at Sunday school, morning service, back at BYPU at 6 o'clock, and then evening service. And sometimes I had to be there about 2 o'clock. There was a little mission circle for girls, for little girls. And they called them the, what kind of band? Some kind of little band of girls. I can't think of it right now. But that's what we had to do. And BYPU was the fun time. And they were sometimes they were singing on the special day the Negro National Anthem, which they're calling now Lift Every Voice and Sing. I hadn't heard anything like that. And, but the black kids at First Baptist knew it. I was from Frable. I hadn't heard anything like that. And so I decided that I better go to the library and see what black folks were doing. We called them colored folks then. And so I read Up from Slavery, but I think that was by Booker T. Washington. And there was a little corner at Bailey Branch Library that contained books by and about colored folks. And I would go there whenever I could, and I had for that corner so I could read about black folks. I didn't know much about them, but I decided that I would like to. Roosevelt was brand new almost at that time, and I decided that I wanted to go to Roosevelt because I wanted to be around a lot of colored folks. And my mother said, no, Frable has more to offer than Roosevelt. And they did, but I didn't know it. And they had a lot of things to offer, but black kids could not take part in them. There was a booster club. I think that was for high school girls. The assistant principal was Miss Blanche Liggett, and she was in charge of the Frable Boosters Club. And that was to teach those young teenage white girls how to behave, etiquette, how to live in the American life. But no black kids could be in there at all, not at all. And then sometimes they would have a record playing in the gym on lunch hours. And they would, the white girls would go and do the polka, learn to do the polka. And we didn't know what the polka was. We saw them jumping up and down and hopping around. We went to the balcony and looked down on them to see what they were doing. And they were just hopping around to that music. We said, that's some kind of hopping. That's not dancing to us. It was really funny to us. So we watched them as long as when our lunch hour was over. Then we went to our classes.
Events, I believe the one that truly stood up was when I became, was able to join the Roosevelt High School basketball team. As a freshman, I had some, I thought it was skills anyhow, but I guess the coach saw something in myself. I had a friend of mine named Eddie Robson he was actually, had ornate skills in basketball, and I loved to play with him. So, and being around him, I developed life skills somewhat. And the coach used to watch us together when we would be practicing in overtime, and I think he was kind of taken up on the fact that this is my friend Eddie, who was naturally skilled, and I tried to adapt some of my skills from him. And as a result of that, the coach said, well, what I'm going to do, since you guys are so close, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take both of you in as a freshman on the freshman basketball team. That stands out to me above anything else.
Michael Jackson was one of my students, but even when he was in kindergarten, his little voice was so pure And so I don't care what song he was going to sing, he was right on pitch. He did, and he wasn't afraid. There was something about him. He loved to just stand up, and it looked as if he says, oh, this is where I belong. And he would be singing or doing something, but he was happy. And it seemed to be a world that he liked. And he was 5 years old. And I said, the man he's got something. I don't know what it is.
Stage presence.
That's right, stage presence. Even as a little boy, I would take my children out for a walk. I'd have them stand up under a pole, and we were right there at Means Manor. And I would even take them through and tell them, I said, now, you see this walk? I said, they put that walk here for a reason. I said, this is for all of the people that want to walk by this house. These people, they put that walk here. And I would explain it to them. I said, now when you walk, you look at your feet. I said, be sure your feet are on this kind of a walk. You see that walk? Is it soft? I said, put your hand on it. I said, is it soft? No, it's hard. It hurts, Miss Retta, it hurts. I said, it hurts because it's hard. And that's why it's good for you to walk on. I said, when you walk on this, you won't be hurting grass, you won't be hurting anybody's flowers, and it's for you to walk on. That's why they put it there. I said, now put your foot on there. Does it hurt you? No, ma'am. I said, that's why I said, you walk on it. And that's where you walk. Now, don't let me hear about you walking on somebody's grass, because they want their grass to grow.
WSTG TV.
What's up, family? This is State Senator Eddie Melton, and I'm here to wish you all and your family a happy holidays.
Hi, my name is Melissa Jones Henderson, and I'm the Executive Director for Human Resources for Gary Community Schools. I would like to wish all our staff and students and the citizens of Gary, Indiana, happy holidays. Enjoy your time.
Hi, I'm James Wallace, the Director of Diversity, Equity, and Multicultural Affairs at IU Northwest and the Chair of the Gary Commission on the Social Status of Black Males. And I bring you greetings on this holiday season. I hope everyone has a safe and happy holiday.
Good afternoon. My name is Karen Jones. I'm the Executive Director of the YWCA of Northwest Indiana. On behalf of the Board of Directors, our staff, and to our community, we want to wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And above all, stay safe and remember that Jesus really is the reason for the season.
Touch my soul in this old world. You're a hidden treasure, a priceless pearl. See my cup, it overflows. A peace that only heaven knows. They that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength, shall renew their strength. If you look to the hills, surely your help will come. Oh, He answers prayer before I call, restores my soul if I should fall. He took away the pain inside.